All right, here is a video for problem 3-39 on lesson 3.1.4. So the first question they're asking us in this problem is, why are these two triangles at the right similar? And so we need to read the introduction here, and it says, Roshida drew triangle ABC at the right and then dilated it to create triangle A, B prime, C prime. So we started with the big triangle and then dilated it to create A, B prime, C prime. So why are they similar? Well, anytime a shape has been dilated, the shapes remain similar. And so by stating that they were dilated, we know they're going to be similar. So you could change this way that it's written a bunch of different ways, but really, since we are told that it's dilated, we know the two triangles must be similar. All right, what is the relationship between side AB and side AB prime? And then what do we know about the side lengths AC and AC prime and AC? We can state the same relationship for both AB prime and AB as we can for AC prime and AC. We can say that these sides are proportional to one another, because that is the definition of similar. All right, so we say that these sides are proportional. AB prime and AB are proportional, meaning that they've been enlarged by the same zoom factor. And same thing with AC and AC prime. They've been enlarged by the same zoom factor, meaning that they are proportional. A little bit further here, we have redrawing these shapes. And so you can see they took the top half and then they took the whole thing. And so we have 4 in x, and then we have 10 in x plus 9, because x plus 9 is the total length here on the right. And so write and solve in a proportional equation to find x using corresponding sides. So what we can do is we can say, well, 4 and 10, those are proportional to one another, so we can set them up. And then we could do, keeping it similar, we did small shape divided by big shape, so let's do the same thing, x divided by x plus 9. Now when I cross multiply here, because that's what we do when we set up equivalent ratios, we cross multiply. When we do our cross multiply, we end up getting 10x, because 10 times x, and we can set that equal to 4 times x plus 9. All right, a little bit of algebra here then. You have 10x, that stays 10x. And then you have, distributing the 4 in, we get 4x plus 36, distributing that 4 into the parentheses there. Okay, subtracting the 4x over now, subtracting that 4x over, we end up with 6x equals 36. And then dividing both sides by 6, we end up with just x equals 6. And we can figure out what x equals that way. Okay, so when we look about, well, how long is AC? Well, AC is 6 plus 9, so AC equals 15. And AC prime equals 6. Just put an equal sign in there, 6. Taking it a little bit further, asking what the ratio of the original segment to image BC must be. Well, all the ratios are the same. They all have the same zoom factor. So what we can do is we can say that let's put it in math notes box here, AB prime over AB, that's one of the ratios that we can write, and they should all be the same as that ratio because, again, they're proportional, which that would equal 4 over 10, which when you reduce down equals 2 over 5. And so they all should have this proportion. They should all have this ratio. Every side length should have that ratio 2 over 5. All right, so when I say what's the ratio of BC, B prime and C prime in BC, well, when we write it out, B prime C prime divided by BC should have that same ratio of 2 over 5. And lastly here, what is the relationship between B prime, C prime, and BC? Well, we have triangles that are similar. We know that similar triangles, all their angles are remaining the same. The angles don't get affected, which means this angle down here, this angle at B prime, is the same as the angle down here at B. All right, and if you look here, well, these are corresponding angles, and these corresponding angles are equal. And when corresponding angles are equal, that tells me that the sides, these lines, must be parallel. And so we can say that B prime C prime is parallel to BC. And that can be our answer there. All right, I hope the video explained every part of this problem well enough for you. And if you have any more questions on the lessons, always let me know.